different runs that have come through in West Nile. What is the purpose for? What are they for? And this time round, I bring you a team behind the run called Save River Nyao. Of course, that's one big one that is coming in there. That run means very, very big. And with me, I have the team leader, and I do have the deputy RDC. Now, we will be talking about how far, what are the plans, why this run. Those are the key things that we shall be talking about. Allow me welcome Mr. Kerdong Pascal in the studios. You're welcome. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon to you, Owen, and good afternoon to you all viewers. Thank you for participating in this, and thank you for your time to attend to this particular show.
And at the same time, I have Mr. Dennis Jawok, whom very many should be knowing, a familiar face. It's not a new one. Very many times you've known what he has done. And of course, mostly in West Nile, he has done a lot and in the Ugandan League. So when we leave that there, today comes, someone will be asking why athletics are right there. Mr. That is Deputy RDC. Welcome, Mr. Dennis.
Thank you so much. Good evening, Owen. I want to welcome our dear viewers for today's show. I think I still remain a key figure in sports, though I had a very short stint in athletics, so we shall start from there.
Okay, of course, a very big one, and someone will be asking why today this, because there are a lot of things that will be coming. Don't get surprised to see also more of the ads run here, because it's one big thing that we shall be pushing in for. Now back to that is Mr. Pascal, the team leader. Of course, I'll come to Mr. Dennis. Why probably this time round is facing in this run? River Nyao is a famous river, I should say. Very many know about it. If not only in West Nile, maybe other parts of the country, and it's one big one. This time round, a run towards saving this river. What is happening there, and why is this run taking place?
I thank you very much, Owen, and thank you all viewers for this particular time. When you're talking about River Nyao in particular, River Nyao is a system, a river source that drains through 5 districts. We have Arua as a district, we have Arua City. It goes through Madiokolo and taking part of Terego, but also part of the neighboring Marasha district. So the catchment area that drains into this river is quite huge. And in this case, the Ministry of Water and Environment, of course, being a river source, has been investing a lot of infrastructure in it, in terms of water supply, in terms of irrigation systems, the large water systems. And our interest now is that while we're doing all these investments into the system to support livelihoods in the city, to support livelihoods of the communities in Madiokolo, in refugees areas of Mvepi, in, for example, Terego. So there is need for the communities to be part of this development. Remember, as government, you're doing this investment for the people. That is the take on the government side. So now we bring the marathon into perspective to involve every stakeholder who is benefiting from this investment. First of all, to inform them that this investment needs to be sustained. And how do you sustain this investment? When you're talking about the water supply systems, like the national water sources, for it to continue working well for the city of Arua, it needs its area to be well managed so that the water that drains into where the intake is clear enough. When they take that water, the implication of that is that they have to have a lot of cost to treat that water for you. And when they treat the water, they refer or infer the cost of treatment into your tariffs. So you end up getting our tariffs. So how do we participate as a community? Is through conservation of the riverbank so that water that drains into this source is clean. 2, the dams that we are trying to construct within the catchments of this River Nyao. For example, we have one in Biashishi. Biashishi was commissioned in around February, March there. This is a valley dam big enough to supply water for irrigation, for cattle keeping. But you know, the dam is constructed to store water. But if areas that brings in the water is degraded, meaning it will store silt, a lot of silt will come into the dam. So the functionality of the dam ceases to now exist. So in that context, you're telling people, can we appreciate this infrastructure? This is what has been done to you by Ministry of Water as government. but you have a role as a community to protect the sources so that the water that drains into this dam is clean enough to serve your purpose. But if you degrade it, it will bring in that unsilt, and eventually it does not become sustainable. So the run is basically to mobilize the communities to allow for you to participate, but also create a forum for you to get more information that you can use to eventually support the system. A
very big one. Of course, if you look at the run, why probably it has come to this run, he has given us why and how we shall be. I'll be getting back to you shortly. Let me get Mr. Bwana Arad, DC Deputy here. Why are you involved? Let me start from there. Why are you fully involved?
One, I think because I'm a sportsman. And you know, sports is a very popular tool that is used worldwide to mobilize people, communities around. But also, most importantly, is because I represent His Excellency General Yoweri Museveni Kaguta in Arua district and his interest as well. So that means when we come here, we are saying that this particular program has already been blessed by His Excellency. So our role is to now mobilize the community to embrace it, take part in it actively. The reason why you see me clad in a very beautiful cap here, even the vest and other things. And this is to send a message outside there that the government is concerned about the river.
Yes.
And because we know there are so many lives that depend on the river, right from human life to animals, to birds, aquatic animals. Talk about it. And it is now very crucial for us to come out and mobilize the community and let them know what role they should play in ensuring that this stream, this river, is not, I would say, is not killed or is not damaged by our human activities. So we have come here as Office of the President to show our full support behind the organizers of this, and also, most importantly, mobilize the people who are living along the catchment area of this river. But of course, now we have chosen a marathon, acknowledging that sports, especially athletics, football, athletics, these are the two most very popular sports that we can talk of. And we believe that looking at the population composition, recently we had a national census, and you are aware that the biggest population composition or sect in Uganda are the young people. And you know where their interest lies. Interestingly, growing up, probably when you are still young, we did not have women football.
Yeah, true, true.
But now, as I can talk, we have a number of female football clubs, right from our local level up to the national level. And then sports, especially athletics, was not so popular. For the case of Arua, you are aware of Dokas Nzikuru. Then there was one called Ngai Moko and others. So we are trying to use this popular sport to communicate, to send a message to the young generation, knowing very well that we have one of the youngest populations in the world. So we should identify a tool that is appealing to them, you know, and that is why we are here. We really want to send a message that we need this river. It existed before us, and we should make sure we keep it safe. I remember when you go to most of these guest houses, when you go to the washrooms, they will tell you, leave it as clean as you got it. So after using it, leave it clean. So that is why we are here.
Okay.
But we are also encouraging you and the other viewers that you can acquire these caps and the vest cheaply. It's not the cost or the value of what you are buying, but your support. The demonstration of your support to this particular program.
Okay, very big one. Of course, about the acquisition of all this and the rest is what I was coming to the team leader now. That you've come with this. Most of the times, let's say in West Nile, I've gotten to see that very many times you have such runs. People tend to look into, the question is, where is the money that is got from the kits and the rest going? And that is one big thing in West Nile that I've so much seen. But with all this, after all, maybe if, because we are saying supporting this, after someone buying this kit, you've just talked about, I think, ministry also being involved. What next with the fundings that come through?
Yes, thank you very much, moderator. One thing is all the resources that will be realized from this marathon will be invested in Enyao. So start with River Nyao in terms of government program, Ministry of Water and Environment. We have already planned River Nyao as a catchment. Remember, Ministry of Water is moving towards what we're calling the integrated water resource management. The integrated water resource management implies that you're trying to get all stakeholders who have a stake in using water to come together, appreciate their role in terms of water use, but also to kind of plan together how do you manage these resources better. So the Ministry of Water, through this strategy, has developed what you call the Enyao Catchment Management Plan. So in the plan, you identify investment that can provide solution to the problem of this catchment. So through consultative process, all these issues have been identified, and then they have been highlighted and prioritized for investment. So the RAN is a mobilizing tool. We can call it a resource mobilization tool to realize the resources that can be plowed back to invest in terms of environmental protection, riverbank restoration, and as we progress, of course this is the first time, we want to use this as an annual event to continuously have the RAN and the resources mobilized. So what we shall do going forward is that we shall create a small funding, probably partner with the local government here, the city council, and we create a simple account that could be able to be used in the future so that all these resources goes into one pool, and then thereafter it is reinvested in the infrastructure plans which we have in the plans already. So the money that will come from the kit will go into environmental restoration, but also sanitation services as planned within this catchment management plan.
Okay, that's a very big one. Of course, if you look at how the teams currently, how maybe someone wanting to buy this kit will want to say, what is the roadmap? Because that's one thing. Have you come up already with the roadmap for this one? Because it's one, someone will be, what about the kilometers? Are there shorter kilometers? Are there longer ones? How are we going to run?
Yes, thank you very much. And that's a good question because it is a marathon, and then you need to do more of planned routings. So in this particular one, we are looking at the 21 kilometer, which is part of the standard. For the professionals, then we are moving towards the 10 kilometer. We shall also have 10 kilometer route. Then we shall have 5 kilometers. And during the planning phase with the city council, they also propose that we'll have 2 kilometers. You know, there are people who are disabled who could still walk and could do simple run. And we have old people. People who are elderly and they're unable to do the 5. So we have proposed 2 kilometer route for the disabled group and also the elderly.
Okay, a very big one. Of course, I was going to be coming back to ask you about ministry because I think here it's because the sports bit has come through. What are some of the ideas that will be coming? Let me first come to our representative right here from the president's office. In fact, is our president Panao right here. So, looking into all this, first of all, part of being a sportsman is very key, which you have already executed. What about from the office of the president? What should we expect towards supporting this run? Because fully, at least you're involved, yes. What are some of those other supports that will be coming through?
Yes, first of all, here, of course, you already know the president presides over all these ministries.
True.
So that means this particular program is already blessed by him, and nothing can take place in this country without his blessing. If it was at the district level, we would call ministers secretaries. Secretary for work, secretary for water and other things. But at that level now they are called minister for water and environment and things like that. But again, me being here already tells you that we are fully involved.
Okay.
As you are aware, our office has a number of human resource. Recently we've been empowered with 2 more human resource. That is the assistant RDCs in every district. So we are counting that number alone. Let's say 4 per district.
Okay.
In the city, actually, there are 6 plus the deputies. We are looking at a figure of around 8, 7, 8. So our commitment, our confirmation to participate in this is already a message that Office of the President is fully involved. And you know, as you are aware, even these other resources that we are looking at, we've got to come at the forefront. We have already bought these kits. So this is to serve as an example that let us also invite other people to come and buy the kits, you know, because we bought, like he has already told you, we have a lot of things to do along the catchment areas, and these require resources. We also believe that when community put in their own resources, there is a way they jealously guard. Because like there is a proverb that says, when you carry your own pot of water, you know that every drop, how much it counts. So when you get involved in this and buy these kits, you will know the importance of saving River Enyao. So Office of the President, right from the messages we have allocated, as you are aware, every radio station has got a government hour that is managed by Office of the President, that is RDC. I'm also sure when we come and request you to give us airtime and communicate, you've been doing that a number of times. So that is already our contribution on our part as Office of the President at the district level by allocating these government hours to communicate to people. But also, you are aware we have a number of platforms at funerals, in churches, you know, for social functions. We have those platforms to communicate to people. So we ensure that we allocate all these platforms and all these period to communicate and mobilize people, send a message, do sensitization, so that comes Saturday, everybody is fully mobilized, involved, and is already aware of why we are doing this.
Okay, thank you so much for that elaborate, of course, information. Now let's get to the ministry part of it. Let's first of all, someone should be asking, who is organizing this? Is this the ministry, or it is, or it's a set of individuals who have partnered up with the ministry?
Thank you very much, moderator. And of course, this is a very important question in terms of participation.
Yes.
One is that the Ministry of Water and Environment, through the Northern Office, which is based in Lira, as a regional office, is coordinating all other players in organizing and preparing for this. We have partners who have been already working within Enyao system, the GIZ, WhatsApp. They have done a lot of infrastructure in refugee areas, water supplies and sanitation. We have also we have WWF, that is Worldwide Fund for Nature. It's an international organization that is more in terms of investing in environmental conservation efforts, and they'll be coming in here to work on Enyao sources upstream of the intake of national water. So that's one of the partners. We have National Water and Sewage Corporation. They have an office here which is managing all the water supplies for the city. And we have other partners. We have Malteser, which you know works here and has been doing work in. Then we have the City Council, the City, Arua City. Then we have the district local government of Arua. So these are all partners that is behind this preparation. So the ministry is only coordinating all of them to ensure that we are at the forefront of doing the awareness program. We are doing this well aware that the local government has a key role in terms of mobilizing communities and making sure that the communities participate in environmental conservation. Similarly, the City Council has a right and mandate to ensure that all city users, city dwellers investing in the city abides by conditions around the river as meanders in the city boundaries. Okay. Then the development partners have a duty in terms of their investment, the donor funding, investing in the catchment, but they need to be guided by the district leadership, by the City Council, and by the ministry on how that funding can be useful in terms of conserving our environment. So we are basically organizing this under Ministry of Water and Environment, but with support of all these partners and local government institutions that I've just mentioned in. So, of course, all of you becomes part of this process by your participation as communities of Enyao, both from Arua District, Arua City, Madokolo, Terego, and part of the Maracha, which falls within the catchment. Yes. So we are all partners, but ministry is providing the stewardship and the leadership in this.
So in case I'm from Germany and I want to be part of this, am I free to come and purchase the kits and participate?
You're extremely free, because why? River systems are all over our environment. This is just a focus of only Enyao, but everywhere where human beings live, there are rivers. So this Enyao helps you to understand, do I need to run for a river system? Why am I running for a river system? So if you get the concept right, the understanding why you should participate, then you will actually become a good ambassador in your own river system in Adjumani. So even if you're from Adjumani, maybe Pakwach, Zombo, you're really free to come and participate in Enyao.
Before we wind this up, I would really want to say one or two things that will summarize this topic today. But most especially, I would want to know about the points where one can get the kits or the selling points. That's one. Two, probably you talked about the kilometers, but the route chart, is it not yet out, or are you still planning how it shall be? Where are we starting? Where are we finishing? Yeah, those are some of the things maybe we could summarize.
Okay, thank you very much. The route charts are all now developed. They are all mapped. Of course, now what we're going to be doing is to share them on different posters for people to see, but they are basically mapped showing the routes of 21, 10, 5, and 2. For those who are having online system on WhatsApp, this is already being shared on WhatsApp. But for us who have limited access to WhatsApp now, we shall have it posted physically in our different areas. The starting point will be OPM ground, where we shall all start for all the routes. And then, of course, from the route map, you'll see which route you'll take when you're going for 21 and which one you'll take when you're going for 10 kilometers. So that will be discussed over this week for all of you to know. If you want to participate in 5 kilometers, then you'll know the route. We shall do all those, but it is mapped. Okay. Then for the kits, if I may show our viewers the kits and then how you'll get this properly procured. One, we have this full kit. We are calling it Save River Enyao Marathon 2024. We have abbreviated it as SEM 2024. So in this kit, full kit, we have, of course, you'll have a water bottle, a very, very efficient water bottle. You'll use it, it's about 1 liter. And then you'll have a marathon vest. Marathon vests that you'll wear to identify you as you're running, that you're contributing to Save River Enyao Marathon 2024. What you see the logos there of all partners who have supported this run, the Centenary Bank and all other organizations. And then in it, you'll have a cap, just like mine here. So in this bag, you'll have 3 different items to support the run. So when you buy this, it is at 25,000 shillings, and they'll be given the full bag of this kit altogether. So where you can get this, one is we have Centenary Bank, which is more central in the city. That's one selling point. The next selling point is the Rural Water and Sanitation Center. It is Umbrella Office, where the district water officer sits. It is opposite
Ministry of Land.
Ministry of Land. That is very near there. Then the third one is the Arua City offices. Yes, the town clerk's office. You just pass, it is near the roadside. You just get there. Then the fourth selling point is National Water offices, where you pay your bills, water bills. When you go there, you can get a kit at 25,000. Then the last selling point is radio passes, where you'll pick. And of course, our host here, we shall see how we can access some of them and also gets you to have easy access to these kits. Okay. So those are the places that we shall be selling the kits. They are already on the market, actually.
Okay. Thank you so much. Now back to, that is Mr. Dennis here. A lot of things probably I could say that has already been summarized about this very run. Maybe I would now request you to have your parting words to the viewer maybe also as the deputy RDC, you could put a strong information about security, how guaranteed we shall be right here.
To start with the security, that is well guaranteed, and we have already planned for that. As you are aware, it is one of our key priorities as government to ensure that there is security of lives and property. But for this particular activity, we've had a number of meetings and arrangements are in place. We shall deploy along all the routes to ensure that we do not encounter any challenge as far as security is concerned. We are going back to this. We are here to demonstrate that it is a very noble cause that everybody should take part in, and this is a message from Office of the President that even if you may not have the physical energy to go and run, to show support in this particular project, go and acquire yourself a kit. You can buy for your child, for your wife, actually for your children, wife, and in-laws, neighbors. For you, you even have female friends. You can get, there are those ones, those funds for football and others.
True.
All we are sending a message right now is that let us come together and embrace this program. We are all fully involved. In Alur, they used to say, "Lemblengo indebedi ie," literally meaning projects of this nature, make sure you are involved in it. So that is why we are here. I encourage everybody watching us right now to at least acquire a kit and take part in this. But the most important thing is the message that has been passed. What do we need to do and what don't we need to do to save this river source?
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Of course, that's a very important one and a strong message. Now, that is the team leader himself, Mr. Pascal. What's your parting words?
Yes, first of all, I'd like to really appreciate West Nile Television for this very wonderful opportunity to come and interact with the dwellers of Arua City. It has been quite a worthwhile opportunity that
in fact, for now, the whole country, because wherever anybody who has StarTimes, or anybody who has Zuku,
yes,
or anybody who has ZAM, whether in Kenya, you can still watch this. So you're talking to billions of people.
Now, this is, this is how grateful we are that we are being heard quite some distance away from here. This marathon is the first one in the city regarding water. I know you've been having several marathons. I was
going to ask about that. Are we going to have this annually? Are we having it once?
Yes.
That's the question I'd forgotten. You've reminded me.
No. We shall have this marathon now every year.
Okay.
Remember, we have just started, and everybody needs to be part. Restoring River Nyau is not going to be a one-day thing. So we want to continuously have this and plow back to saving the river through the mobilization drive that we have created. So this will be every year that we shall be returning. Probably we shall see how next year we will come back, maybe in the middle of the year, so that we do it better. But absolutely, we are grateful for West Nile TV, and we are very grateful for the leadership of Arua City, the district, the LC5, and the RDC's office, RSC. They have been very, very much welcoming. In fact, to the DPC, when we approached, he said, yeah, my bosses are okay with this in the district, so all my teams will be available to support you. So long as you are available, they will be supporting us. So this is how the people has really welcomed this marathon, and we can only do better. So for the contribution, you as a community, please come, join us, have the drive, buy your kit, have it come Saturday at 6 a.m. We shall start at OPM grounds, and all of us shall be there. We shall have all the district leadership available, and also the ministry. Come and listen to your leaders, and also come and raise issues that you feel leadership should work on. From us, all the partners, we really appreciate you so much. GIZ, WWF, National Water, Malteser, and the bank, we have Centenary Bank, we're proud of that. So, and all other partners that have supported this particular occasion, which is the marathon, we are very grateful and hope to see all of us on Saturday morning on the OPM.
It's a good one. Next time, I think one thing that I would request is, I believe, let me talk on West Nile Television on behalf. We're always so supportive towards such causes, and I will really want next time, if this team comes also to West Nile TV, maybe how do we become partners, how do we be part of this, that we push this. It may not be only West Nile TV, I believe other media houses should also be ready to be there, so that this is back to the community, and it will be very important. That's one big thing that I'll maybe put to you as the organizers and as the ministry. Of course, partnership, there are very many, we're expecting very many businesses from Ministry of Water and Sanitation, we're expecting from other ministries, but as usual, it is a partnership, because we as media, I believe we do a lot, and we will always be ready to work with anybody who comes in there. So that's just a tip in there.
Actually, before you go, the theme for this year is public participation to promote collaboration and partnership. So this being the first one, the networking is great.
True.
Like the opportunity you've had now in this. This sends a very good signal that we can have a good partner in West Nile TV, because even in short notice, you're able to come in and contribute immensely. So we are doing this again to create networks with all players here, the media fraternity, and certainly going forward, we shall be having a much more stronger partnership with all media houses and all NGOs and local governments.
All right, thank you so much for the viewer. It's been a nice time. I did tell you today we may not cross over so much that side, because this was very important, a message that really you needed to get right away because of how heavy it is. It looks a simple thing, but the run is, the marathon is a very big one. I don't think I can even manage 10 kilometers, even 5, I don't know. But it's one that we shall be trying so much to see that we participate in. And at the same time, you know,